I've really come to enjoy Summit at Snoqualmie Bike Park. While it doesn't quite hold a candle to Whistler Bike Park in BC, it's only an hour outside of Seattle and has some of the most well-defined lift access downhill trails in the region. One of my favorite trails at Snoqualmie is Summit Fir DH. It is one of the newer trails at Summit Bike Park. The lower section has been open since the park's first year of operation. However, the upper section is new this last season. The trail is just shy of a mile long from top to bottom, descending around 700 feet. It is a solid single black diamond that pushes you to the edge of a double black diamond. It starts just underneath the top of the Silver Fir lift of the Summit Bike Park, accessed via the connector trail Tunnel Vision. After a few small rocks, you take an immediate right to continue onto the trail. It can be easy to miss as Tunnel Vision wants to funnel you down to the left.
Fir DH, Snoqualmie Bike Park.
After a few easy rocks, you get 3 smooth, yet pretty steep rock slabs that can be quite intimidating, but are easy to ride once you commit. They do require you to full commit though. There is no stopping once you're down the middle of one.
Whistler downhill.
After a couple of somewhat technical corners, there's a long, steep rock slab, probably the darkest black section of the trail. A sharp right-hand corner into an extremely steep rock slab into another right-hand corner. While it's not hard to ride, it is a very committing feature, and once you're on it, there is no bailing. I have seen a couple of crashes, most of which seem to be in the corner at the bottom. And while I do recommend scouting features before you ride them, please try to stay out of the middle of the trail. It can be hazardous when other riders come around the blind corner. A couple of flowy smooth corners and an easy rock roll lead into a high-speed section with some optional roller jumps in the trees. Once out in the opening, there is a mandatory gap, only about 10 feet and easy to clear, but one that cannot be rolled. A couple of rocky corners with mild berms lead into what I believe is the most technical feature on the trail, a steep, uneven rock slab. It feels more like it's made up of multiple boulders with dust or mud in between them. It's intimidating to enter as it's a blind entrance, and once you're over the top, you're committed. But it isn't as steep as the first few rock slabs and can be ridden a little slower if that's more your style.
Rough and dusty.
You come into a long, mellow switchback before entering the trees again with an optional rock berm slab on the left. After a narrow, steep tree run, there is another option on the right, a skinny feature, that can be ridden if that's more your thing.
A couple of different lines through the trees, high or low. Always take the high line. Ooh.
Coming back out into the open, there are some rollers that can be jumped and a hip jump on the right. While I didn't hit it while I was filming, it is very smooth and has a great feel to it. Where upper and lower Silver Fir meet, there's a flat meadow that's a great spot to regroup your party, fix any mechanicals, or shotgun your drinks before dropping into the lower section.
The lower Silver Fir DH. Not quite as gnarly as upper. Just as dusty and loose. But we're more in the trees. A little bit less in the way of rocks. And more just roots. Couple pretty big hits in here though.
Lower Silver Fir is quite a bit different than the upper. It is in the trees, tight and technical, yet very high speed. A myriad of lines crisscross through the woods, some harder with drops or gaps, others a little bit easier that can all be rolled. Here you can really feel how much of a race course this trail is supposed to be. In the wet it can be a little bit sketchy, the dust gets a little slimy, and while it is still rideable, it takes an extra skill level to ride smoothly when it's wet.
So many different lines you can pick from.
There are a couple road crossings that give a small place to rest if that's something that's needed. While everything on the lower section looks relatively tame and not incredibly steep, many of the routes have 12 to 24 inch drops behind them that are all blind, and with some decently technical features, it requires some decent bike handling skills. Some might say a lower Silver Fir rides more into the spicy blue square than a single black diamond, but I think it leads more towards the black diamond, especially when riding it at speed. Some of the moves needed are just a little bit more advanced than the spicy blues in the region. Once you cross the last clearing, Silver Fir rides over a little tree island, with a log roll to drop and some steep black diamond roller drops. After a short distance, it drops you back out into the bottom section of the Blue Flow Trail to return you down to the lift queue. Silver Fir DH is one of my favorite trails at Summit Snoqualmie. Granted, that's not saying much, as I don't believe there are any bad trails at all in the park. It seems the only thing still missing at the time of this video for Summit Snoqualmie is a good legit jump line. All their technical features are world class. I haven't owned a downhill bike in years, and if you follow our Instagram, you saw that this season of riding the Summit actually pushed me to go out and build one. I will be posting a video soon of the build process for my new park bike. Snoqualmie is closed for the 2024 season, but I'm counting down the days until the start of the 25 season, hoping to see even more amazing riding. In this video, I am riding my 2023 Specialized Enduro S-Works set up with a WRP Link mixed wheel build. Thanks for watching Lions MTB Trail Tours. I hope you get a chance next season to get out and ride Silver Fir and the other trails at Snoqualmie Bike Park. We are looking for recommendations for trail tours, so please comment with any trails you would like to see, and if we use your recommendation, we will send you a decal. And if you like what we are doing, consider liking this video and subscribe to see even more videos coming in the near future.